Hey everybody, Mike Pfeiffer, Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Today we're going to do update 33. I'm going to try and shorten these up and do a little more condensed version as I go. There will probably be more updates more frequently, but a little less information because I don't want the videos to get extremely long. So anyway, let's take a look at what I've been up to. Okay everybody, I decided to break out my corner and to do the basic ground. I put some foam blocks and stuff in there just to take up space, and then I put wet newspaper in there. You can see some of it here on the end, and basically just created my landform. What I did is I went around the back corner of it as it was in the corner over there and measured approximately how high it needed to be in different places. Then I cut, hang on a minute, I cut black foam and stood it up straight and hot glued it in place on the back to give me my approximate heights. And of course then I ran the plaster cloth over it to hold the plaster cloth in place. And I'm going to try and drop it in there and see what it looks like. It's still kind of wet, but we're going to give it a shot. Okay, so there you have it. I think that's going to work out just fine. Once I put the plaster on it, as I did over here. But let me pan around and just kind of show you how this looks. So far so good. Okay guys, this is how I wet up the wet newspaper, and I can let it sit overnight and it'll still retain that shape. But I got this little crack right through here that you can see the Indian ruins. Got the mountain going up on the other side. It kind of comes down and blends with the tunnel. It will with the tunnel portals. And when you look down through the track, you can also see it down there. So I think that's the way I like it. I'm not going to put the plaster cloth over it tonight. I'm too tired. I'm going to go in and rest up a little. So I think that's all I'm going to do tonight, gang. Okay everybody, we had a little delay. You guys have seen the metal folding stool that I had in here. I was standing on it over here, and the upper rod that holds that pivots the top step broke. Fortunately I had 1 foot on that and 1 foot on the second step, so I didn't fall, didn't break anything, but I had torn up a little work I had done up here trying to hang on to the layout, but not much. But anyway, it is now fixed. I have the plastic stool back in here and we will move forward. So anyway, here is what I got done today. You can see that all the scenery kind of goes around the Indian ruin. I don't know exactly how I'll do that to make it removable. My guess is that I'll have to take a very sharp knife and cut it around in some fashion, and then cover that up with some kind of bushes or something when I get that far. But now, with the exception of the mountain out here, which I can work from either side of that, all the rough-in is done on all the back. Well, most of the back. I still have this inside of this curve over here, but it's pretty, the layout's pretty skinny over here. I was going to make a pull out for that back there, but I don't think that's going to happen. That piece definitely does pull out. Hang on, I'm tripping over my foam. But anyway, I guess my next step is to mix some texture plaster and put it on top of what I have here. Okay, we're running a little bit of trains here to make sure everything's still functioning. I did have a little mishap underneath over here on the back behind me, but I was able to get in there and fix it and get that train that is now stopped over there moving again. I believe that there's a lot of dust and stuff on the track from the plaster cloth that was in the air. But I'm going to let this train get through, then I'm going to go over there and check on that one. I forgot that I did some plastering right over there yesterday afternoon. There was plaster on the track there. That would explain why that one stopped. I guess what I should learn to do is, while I'm doing this work, is keep a couple engines out here that I can run the cleaning car around before I try and run some trains. But the idea was just to make sure that everything still works. And it does. And as you can see, the headlights blinking. So we've got dirty track, and now we've probably got dirty wheels. But we'll take care of that another day. And we're going to wait for the other train to get up here on top and stop it. Then I believe we're going to do some texture plastering. And there you have it. Off to do some plastering. Okay everybody, last night I mixed up some plaster and covered that area and started going down here a ways. Didn't get a whole lot further, but got down and kind of blended in that rock down there. I've got a couple holes in it. I'll patch those up as I go. I got to keep going on the upper level down to there, and actually that's about all I got done. But it's nice being able to plaster over, because I mix it up kind of thin and add a little water to it, and it covers real well with just regular gypsylite plus regular plaster of Paris, and I do it about 50-50. And you can see that it comes out a little brown, not stark white, and that's kind of good. I like the stuff. I sift it. I think I've mentioned this in videos on the other layout. I sift it through a sifter that I punch some holes in. It's a regular strainer, metal strainer sifter, with a wire screen mesh in it, but I punched some holes in it to allow some of the larger texture to come through. But this is what it winds up looking like up close. And so far I like it. I just haven't got around to doing more of it because I went out to the fairgrounds today. Let me take you around the other side real quick. I got a new CD player to play my bird sounds, my southwestern sounds, but I haven't figured out how to wire it up to get it to come on every time and to play every time. I'm sure I can go inside of it and wire around the play button so that it plays all the time when you turn the layout on, and so it comes on when you turn the layout on. But we'll see how that goes. And here's my new stool from Harbor Freight. It's a lot better than what what I'd seen in the pictures. It's a lot more sturdy, a lot heavier than what I thought. And I've been up on it, standing on the step, and I think it'll work just fine. I think it's just as high as the other one was, and I can reach everything off of it. So anyway, we'll see how many layouts this one will do. I've had the other one since since we moved down here. I mean, that other one was like 30 years old. I don't know how many layouts I built off of that other stool. Okay, gang, I got some more plaster in here. And I got a few more rocks in there and up around there and down over by the tunnel portal there. Kind of got around the tunnel portal and got quite a bit coming on down. I still need to touch up a little bit along the tracks there. Got some holes to touch up. Put a rock in here. Put some rocks in up there on the top along. One of them I just noticed I didn't clean that one off. I need to get with it and clean that off real quick. But anyways, got some rocks put on down here at the bottom just to kind of finish the bottom off. And plastered and scenic that guy back there. So you can kind of see how that'll come together. I built that up higher than I intended to with those rocks around there, and of course they look different right now simply because the plaster around them is not dry completely yet. But anyway, you can see that it fits right in there. Got the rocks on there that I wanted to get on there. But anyway, I built this up a little bit with the rocks and stuff there because my lightning and thunder, my lightning strip is going to go on behind that. So there will be a plug underneath this lift out that'll plug into a piece going down below because there's a space in between there. So the plug will be in there to plug and unplug the lightning. Right over there you can see a dark spot on that cloud. That's where I intended on having the rainstorm, but obviously the cloud is too low. So what I'm going to do is probably wind up getting my airbrush and putting the cloud bigger and all the way across here, and then put some dark, real dark under it and put some streaks on it like I did on the other corner. But I didn't really know exactly where it was going to go, so that's what I have right now. But if you stand way back here and you kind of pan around and you picture that being the dirt color back there along the backdrops, I think it's going to look pretty good. And then once I start putting trees on it, it'll look even better. Of course, the scenery closer to us, you know, that's down the road. But I'm liking the way this is turning out, and that's about it for now. Here's just a shot of my phone sign and my motion light that comes on when I open the door. Just thought I'd let you guys see what that looks like, especially when you're walking out here at night. Well, everybody, other than sitting in my cigar chair, that's about all I've been up to. I did finally get the TV set up, logged into my YouTube, and I can watch YouTube videos while I'm out here, or I can switch it to one of the live cameras and watch trains going up through Berlin or wherever I choose, which is kind of nice. I've got my my Google out here that I can listen to music with. But anyway, that's it for 32, and thanks for watching.